Probably don't need these, huh? Hey you guys, good morning. Happy, oh, what day is it? Happy Wednesday. Oh my gosh, I have an update for you guys. Rather, boy, do I have an update. The first update is I ordered 3 things for 2 of my friends. So Alina and Paola's birthdays were January and February, and we didn't get to hang out. We're gonna hang out on Friday, and one of the gifts was supposedly delivered yesterday, and I got 3XL Hanes long leg boxer briefs. This is not what I wanted for my girlfriend. So that's the first update. The second update is Thing 1 continues to spike a 103 fever, and it was to the point where I had to dunk him in a bath and give him some Motrin. I mean, there's really nothing we can do, you know, but if he can't get anything down, which he hasn't eaten in over 24 hours, I'm gonna have to take him to the hospital. And they're gonna have to sedate him because this kid around needles or doctors or nurses does not perform well. So that's awful. So he's home again. And then the other update is our furnace broke the night of the coldest winter storm we're gonna have this year. So I'm starting to wonder if somebody is having a lot of fun at our expense, you know, with like voodoo dolls. And it is like 12 degrees outside. Our furnace broke overnight, and so our power kept going out around 4 or 5 in the morning, so it kept flashing in and out like rolling blackouts. I don't know if it broke before that. I don't know if it broke because of that, but it is currently like, I don't know, 50 degrees inside the house. I have to check. Parker was leaving for work at 5 when he noticed that it wasn't working. I just was really cold overnight, but I figured he turned off the thermostat because he loves when the house is cold. He noticed it wasn't working, so he got a bunch of floor heaters and put them in the room with me and Sophia. The upstairs heater or furnace is still working, so it's warm upstairs, but it's having to work twice as hard. So he crawled up into the attic and swore he fixed it, and then he left for work and it's not working again. So we're gonna have to get someone out here. You know, I just, what if I didn't work from home? You know, like, what if I wasn't fortunate enough to work from home? I guess it doesn't make sense to question things like that. I should just feel blessed that I do get to work from home. But at the same time, just because I've worked hard enough to be able to work from home, you know, like, it feels a little harder sometimes, you know, like I don't just get to leave. I don't know. I'm sounding like a spoiled right now, but it's just because other people have it worse doesn't mean I can't have it bad, and because other people have it better doesn't mean that I can't, you know what I mean? Like, the comparison game is bull. You know what else is bull? This. I've been stress picking at my nails, and I don't like stress picking because that involves removing like the first layer of eggshell nail that I have, and that's never good because then my nails start to break. SOS from your panda bestie, your online sister, your online surrogate mom, your online surrogate Thea, your dog's godmother. Send help because it's dire over here. I don't handle vomit well, and I also don't handle being out of my routine well, and I certainly don't handle being cold well. But somebody is having a hoot with my bad luck right now. Okay, update on the towels from yesterday. The microfiber, they're so weird. They feel so weird. Not my favorite, but I did find like a secret, useful, remarkably useful use for them. Send help, I'm forgetting my English. So I was showing you guys these yesterday, that they're good for glass, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, I prefer the ones I use. These for glasses are bomb. Sunglasses, glasses, what, like any lens, loved it for that. I didn't have to use spray or anything. So that's an update on that. The other update, this is the other update. This is the other update. My patient 0, you guys, and all the floor heaters all over. This so good. Okay. It's been a while that I get this excited about something so like random, you know, like when was the last like super random thing that I was like, oh my gosh, you guys need this very ultra super random thing. I don't remember when the last thing, what was the last thing? I'm sure it was really random, but that April was not wrong as a tongue gel cleaner and brush. So freaking good. Do you want to see something else that's like freaking good? I made these last night. Look at this. Don't look at my nails. Oh my goodness. So this is a decadent style pop socket. She said, free reign, do whatever you want. I just want it to be Keroppi. I was like, say less. And then the second one she ordered was Ravenclaw. So do whatever you want, just make it Ravenclaw theme. And this is also decadent style, but you can tell the frosting's a different type of frosting. So there's an opaque, like pastel looking frosting. And then there's this one that's sort of like a jelly metallic look. They're all cute, but this one dries like 2 or 3 days sooner than the other one. The other one is cute, but it does take a long time to dry, and it is a little bit of a softer material. So if you're more aggressive with your things, you're more likely to lose a few of the charms, which is why I pack all of these pop sockets with a little tube of super glue. But this one, I mean, once it's dry, it's like rock hard. The stuff isn't going anywhere, and if it does, you get a little super glue tube in the order. So I am so hungry, you guys. I haven't had breakfast. It's 10:30. I just drank my coffee. I'm editing the vlog from yesterday and just monitoring my little patient. Hopefully I don't get anything. Hopefully I don't get sick. I don't think I will. I mean, at this point I feel like I would have, because I've been around him a lot. And I did get super worried this morning because he woke up and he was fine. Still nauseous, still not eating. It still had been 24 hours that he hadn't eaten anything. And so I took Daniel to school. Again, freezing outside. It was like flurrying. Take him, drop him off. I come back home to go check on him and to pick up his room because there was like saltine crackers everywhere. Like, how does that happen? It was like a tornado of saltine cracker dust everywhere. Were the crackers consumed? No. But were there crackers everywhere? Yes. So I went upstairs to clean up, and he looks like Pikachu, you guys, like full on Pikachu, flushed cheeks. I check his temperature and it's like 103. So in a matter of, I don't know, 15 minutes maybe that I went to check on him, took Daniel to school, came back, boom. Fever. I don't know. You can't manifest that, you know? Otherwise, I would probably accuse him. So I panicked a little bit, especially because, you know, with the HVAC problem we're having with the heat and the weather and icy roads and, you know, 2 days of being sick. I'm like, this is not going to end well. I'm going to have to end up at like a children's hospital, you know? And it's just difficult because, you know, if you're a patient, you got to cooperate. Like, you're not going to get better if you don't cooperate. And that's kind of my struggle, is trying to convince him, like, if you don't want to feel better, you're not going to feel better. If you don't help me out, I can't do it all by myself. I can't help you. I can't, like, if you're nauseous, sit up, you know, take a little bit of sips at a time. Don't just take one giant gulp. Like, take a little sip, but continuously keep taking sips. Like, put in some effort. Help me out here. You know, I can't just miraculously kiss it, like kiss your boo-boo. We're not 2 years old anymore. So it's been a struggle, and it's hard because I can't, you know, be in 2 places at once. I can't do what I'm supposed to do. I had to cancel my Pilates for today, even though I'm dressed and ready to go. It's just the fact that we have been going through all of this at the same time that I was able to start my perimenopause treatment is the only testament that I need that it's actually working. Because had this been before I started the HRT, I would not be in a good place right now. Like, I would not be handling this with the humor that I'm handling it. I wouldn't be able to consistently be keeping up with the daily vlogs. I wouldn't be able to, you know, be on time and pushing out the Etsy orders when they're coming in. Like, I would just be a puddle of mush and like negativity. And I get what he's doing, and I understand that I don't question the method, and I don't question the why. but I still feel like it is my duty to complain. To complain humorously. So that's the update. I'm going to go make something in the kitchen and try to get my 13-year-old baby to eat something because we need to get better. We need to get better. I talked to his dad this morning and he's like, do you want to just bring him over here? I was like, yes, but also no. Yes, because like he's not listening to me, but no, because his girlfriend, her son, and he, like, they're over there and they're healthy, and I'm not going to send a kid that's feverish over there and then they're going to get sick. Like, that's not cool. The germs are already here. Let them cycle through us, and then if I need some additional support, then I'll call. But for now, I really need this furnace heater thing under control, because like, while HRT controls my emotions, me being cold is a whole other level of psychosis that hits me, you know? I love you. I take it back. These are amazing. You guys, here for an afternoon check-in. You know what time it is? Because I don't. What I do know is I got a really important package today. You wanna come open it? Okay. So on Sunday, I think it was Sunday, co-parent's girlfriend came over and we were chatting. She gave me a hug, she left. And then there was like a lingering hug. You know what I'm talking about? Like when somebody hugs you and they leave their perfume on you, usually that bothers me unless you smell delicious. So I immediately texted her and I was like, what is this wizardry you left on me? And she was like, oh, it's this. And she physically sends me a picture of her holding the bottle. It's that type of like micro behavior that people might not notice that they do, that I notice immediately. because that tells me super honest, super transparent. Girl's girl, she's not a gatekeeper, and like she's excited to share something that she likes as well. You know, like that's just, it's really clean and transparent behavior, which I adore. So she sent me a picture. She told me the name, she sent me a picture, immediately ordered it, and when I was adding it to my cart, I noticed that the Kiehl's face balm that I was telling you about that I wanted to get at Ulta that no Ulta had was on clearance. It's on Sephora's website, so I'm not sure. You know what that means? They're probably discontinuing it, and you know what that also means? I'm probably gonna love it. So let's open this.
Yeah, you are. You're being so sassy pants. Yeah, is it 'cause you had a good day at school? Sassy pants.
No.
Get out of here.
Get out.
Get out of here with your cuteness.
No.
Hey, do you think your daddy's girlfriend smells good?
She doesn't like own perfume.
You've never smelled her? I've never noticed her until that time she came. You guys remember when you came this weekend? She smelled really good. So maybe she just doesn't put it on when we go to like baseball tournaments and stuff. Anyway, I thought she smelled phenomenal. So I immediately jumped on Sephora's website because apparently Sephora has it. And I texted her, I was like, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. So she's like, I didn't know Sephora had it. I always order it directly from the website. Here's the thing. Remember yesterday I was telling you guys about Vanessa Amaro, the like house cleaning account that I follow? So I was on her stories the other day and she's like, oh, I discovered this brand. It smells so good. They have laundry detergent, dryer sheets, cleaning supplies for your house. It's the same brand. So either something really weird and creepy is happening where like all our devices are listening to us. We already know that's happening. Or it's just a really, really great happy coincidence. So I'm going to use this little guy, and if I love it, I may order the dryer sheets. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Look, being honest, transparency is key here. Transparency is key. So this was like a free, you know when they have the promo codes, like you get a free little thingamajig. It was like Briogeo this, Laura Mercier that, Laneige something something, but everyone's always talking about this. Like the Merit, what is it called? Merit Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. I mean, I do follow a lot of friendfluencers and they have promo codes for Merit, so maybe that's it, or maybe it is a great product. Either way, I got this whole little thing for free. I mean, not for free, it's because I bought a perfume, but you know. Here's the Kiehl's thing that I was talking to you about. It's the Ultra Facial Barrier Balm with glacial glycoprotein, squalane, and ceramides. Apply directly on face and neck throughout the day as needed. To protect the formula, twist only one time per application and close lid tightly. It sounds like it's a chapstick for your face. That's exactly what I get from that description. Sounds like it is a chapstick for your face. It really does. All right. I think it's $30, maybe, regular price. I probably can't use it right now because it's ice cold. You guys, it's like 12 degrees here. And you know those poor UPS drivers, like their truck isn't insulated. It's just like a steel box that they're driving in. So like the temperature of these products is ice cold. But it says only turn once. That's one turn. Look, you see the product? Barely any product. I'm not going to get a genuine review or consistency from applying it at this temperature. So we're going to let it come to room temperature. But the moment, this is not the moment you guys were waiting for, Dead Cool Extra Milk. So Dead Cool is a fragrance brand. They do fragrance for your home. They do fragrance like perfumes, but everything is genderless. That's their niche, is they're all genderless. So they have two sizes, the travel size and this size. And the description is a universal musk amplified. Keep your friends close and your scent closer. It smells like you and feels like pure comfort. So here's the catch. This is one of those it will smell like you fragrances, like Missing Person from Fleur. So if you buy Missing Person, this is the comment I get a lot. You talk about Missing Person, you said I need it. Everywhere you go, people ask you what fragrance you're wearing. I bought it and I smell like an old lady. I bought it and it smells awful. I bought it and it's, so Unfortunately, with these musky fragrances, they adapt to your scent, your pH or whatever. So this may not smell good on me the way it smelled on Co-Parent's Girlfriend. God, it's freezing cold, you guys. It is so cold. Is it gonna feel cold when I spray it on me? Let me see. You know what it smells like? It smells like a hug. It really does. It smells like a fresh, clean hug because it has that warmth from a hug that you feel. And I know this is such a dumb description, but you guys have been here for a minute. You know how I describe things. It's warm like a hug, but it smells fresh and clean. So it's not going to be strong and heavy like those winter scents, like the Victor and Rolf's or the Valentino, the one with the spiky bottles. Those smell beautiful and they're sexy, but they're heavy in winter. They're strong. This smells like a warm, out of the dryer hug, but with that light, airy freshness of like bergamot, maybe. I mean, on my clothes, it smells good. So maybe the safest bet is to just spray it on my clothes just in case, you know? I mean, that's probably how she got it on me. She probably put it on her clothes because I'm telling you, she gave me like a 2-second hug, left, and then I was like, gosh, that smells so good. So it's the Dead Cool. And there's a lot of Dead Cool fragrances. So this is the extra milk version. I'm sure you guys have seen this barcode. I've seen this branding a lot. Oh, you know where I've seen it also? On Scentbird, Dead Cool. So that might be a great way to check it out if you guys are Scentbird subscribers. That's nice. That's nice. You know what's not nice is this little ice brick. So I can't wait for this to come to room temperature so I can share it with you guys. So a little bit about the pot roast that I showed you guys. I know it's probably like very mysterious. So the way that I like to do my pot roast is on the stove. When I am having a stressful moment, a stressful day, I do it in the Instapot. I did not want to babysit it all day on the stove. I did not want to monitor the fluids and make sure that it's, you know, at the right temperature, especially because our furnace is broken, so the downstairs temperature is very unpredictable. And since our home is run on gas, our heat and stove is gas. So if it is a day where the house temperature is irregular, the stove, like the heat, is hard to regulate. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know that, I'm kind of a stove nerd. So if you guys have unpredictable temperature in your house and you have a gas stove, you got to really watch it. I didn't want to do that. Another thing is when I do pot roast, I do it on the stove or I could do it in the Instapot. The recipe is the same. I use 1 carton of beef stock. You can use bone broth, but I would not recommend broth. So if you can find stock, it's better, it tastes better, the color is better, it's richer. I use 1 packet of that like mix at the store. It's either beef stew or pot roast packets. You can get the store brand. That's what I buy at Walmart, like the literal store brand. I think they're like 89 cents. And then 2 to 3 tablespoons of the bouillon that's in a little jar. So I think I actually showed that to you guys in a grocery haul that I did recently. So let me show you. It looks like this. Once you open it, you have to keep it in the fridge. So I get maybe 2 or 3 uses out of it. So I'll put all of that in a brazier, a Dutch oven, an Instapot, with onions, garlic, potatoes, celery. Like today I didn't have any of that stuff, so I used half an onion. The rest of the carrots I had in the fridge. I did 1 head of broccoli that I had left over. And did I say carrots already? So it was onions, carrots, and broccoli. And then just 1 chuck roast, it's just shoulder, so it's a really tough cut of meat. And I threw it in the Instapot for almost 3 hours and it's falling apart. I'm just going to serve it with basmati rice because that's a little bit better for you than like potatoes. Mateo can't have that, so it's just going to be Parker, Daniel, and I eating it. I think it's enough for the 4 of us, like 2 kids, 2 adults, but there's never enough for like lunch, like a leftover meal. Like typically when I share food with you guys that there's leftovers for a lunch, there's not enough with this recipe standard. But here is the pro hack of when you're super lazy. So my family's not really big on juicy gravy sauciness unless it's a red pasta. So when I do it the first time, I reserve all the cooking liquid
and I freeze it. So the next time that I do it, I reuse that same cooking liquid. As long as you handle the food safely, meaning you cool it down quickly, you freeze it quickly from cold, it should be okay. And I just defrost it in the microwave, or if I have enough time, I leave it out on the counter. If you're doing an Instapot, you could probably put it in there frozen, but you're gonna need a little bit more liquid on the bottom so things don't burn. I mean, if you're savvy in the kitchen, this smells so good, you guys. I hope it smells good on me too, because it smells good on my clothes. So if you guys are savvy in the kitchen, it's not that hard to mess up a pot roast. So as long as you have the flavor profile down right, it doesn't matter if you have too much liquid, you know? And the better part, or the benefit of having too much liquid, is you can reserve it. If your family's not a big like soupy food eater, like we're not with pot roast, we kind of just shred it just enough, wet it with enough of the gravy that's already in there for like the rice, and my mouth is watering, for like the rice and the meat. And then I just reserve the cooking liquid and use it one more time. So I just use it twice. The original time, which is the carton of beef stock, the 2 to 3 tablespoons of the bouillon, and an envelope or a little packet of the seasoning for like beef stew. That's the original, like that's the starter. And then you can freeze that and use it one more time, and that's it. But yeah, that's like a pro hack that I kind of just developed, tried it out, and it actually ended up working out, which was nice. So it ended up saving me a lot of time, and it gave me like a backup emergency meal for those days like today where I'm like, I don't want to babysit anything. You know, the only thing I want to babysit is my sick thing 1 in one room, my thing 2 that just got out of school that's probably super hungry, and then my toddler that's cold because it's freezing in here. I mean, could I put on a jacket? Sure. Could I go upstairs where the heater is working? Also yes. But is it so much more cathartic to complain? Definitely. So that's the update, you guys. I will link my miniature Sephora haul. Did you ever think it would come to the day where like I would get a package from Sephora where I really just have 2 items? Like I just put 2 items in my cart. Do you guys remember back in the day when we were like rolling and very excited about makeup? You guys, I still have to, and you have to hold me accountable on this, okay? I'm giving myself a week. In the next week, there are 2 things we need to do. The first one is declutter my makeup. And I'm not talking like declutter episodes. No, like full on cutthroat, throw shit in the garbage. Did you see my lip oils? Like some of those are very trauma inducing. So definitely got to do that. And I also want to take down my filming desk. I think it's the end of an era. I think it's time. I think it's time to like put the ring light away. It's time to put away the camera, to put away the tripod. I think it's time to gift myself a she cave. Is that what it's called? A girl cave? A woman office. I think it's time that that space is used intelligently. I've been able to do Etsy out of this tiny little corner that I crafted for myself. I've been able to edit these weekly vlogs out of the other tiny little corner that I crafted for myself. But yet there's this massive eyesore in the middle of the room with a tripod and a camera and a ring light and all these cables that aren't, that they serve their purpose, you know? And I'm not getting rid of them, I'm just putting them away. And if I ever need them, I'll have them and I can just whip them out. But for now, they just sit there. And sure, I use it as a workstation. Like if I have a lot of orders, like God bless, I have a lot of orders, I use my filming desk as like a little prep station, but that room is not optimized to be used in a smart way. So I need to kind of tear it back and then build it back up. And I think it's going to entail getting rid of a lot of shelves. You know, those decorative shelves that I put up just so I would have a cute background. I think I'm going to have to get rid of them. And that's fine because then I actually have like wall space to work against, kind of like I do my Etsy, but it's literally in the entrance of my room. Have you guys noticed that? Let me show you. We've been doing stuff, so don't mind the mess. But so this is the entrance here. 2 doors, French doors, and right in the entrance is where I do my Etsy. I mean, it works and I've made it work, but this is not the way it's supposed to be. I could probably take down all this acoustic paneling now because I'm not using this for like strictly beauty recording. In fact, the few videos that I've actually managed to do since getting rid of the large rug, they're a little echoey. So, I mean, I think that moment has passed. So then all of this that you see here is strictly for a background.
that is purposeless at this point. All of this makeup, again, purposeless at this point. Plus, I mean, I think you need a reminder. Do you want a reminder of what we're talking about? There's your reminder. That is not okay. I'm sure there's something heavily wrong with these. So we really need to like pull it back and, you know, just get rid of this. If I get rid of this, I'll actually have a room. I might actually even be able to do like a little reading corner, you know, somewhere I could put my books and like a little chair that I could sit at, maybe like a reading light. But the way that this room has been set up has been to just accommodate, just to make room for this. And it was like adding onto, like building, it was like building wrong, you know, building on top, on top, on top. And it's worked out, but it's not optimal. So that's our task. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to remind me of those two things. Because I feel like we need to do it together, you know? It'll be very full circle. I don't know. It's kind of a big deal, so we should probably do that together. And I think that's it. I gotta go feed people dinner, well, the people that can hold down dinner, and then I don't know, man. I really hope he feels better soon because it's scaring me a little bit. But anyway, that's it. Send me prayers. I love you.